Most people think business development is a personality trait, a gift, a talent, the ability to walk into a room and win people over. That belief is one of the most expensive myths in professional services, and in this video, we're going to prove it wrong. This presentation is specifically for people where BD is your secondary role and your primary role is to support or deliver organizational services. What if there was a system that could lift your BD effectiveness by 100%, 200%, or even 300% or more? Not through cold calls, not through expensive marketing campaigns, through small, deliberate actions done consistently that compound over time. That's exactly what this video is all about. Before we get into the how, let's be honest about why most attempts at building a BD pipeline fail. It isn't lack of talent, it isn't lack of relationships, it isn't even lack of time, although that's what people usually say. It's the lack of a system. A senior professional decides they need to be more active in BD. They commit to a burst of outreach, coffees, calls, LinkedIn messages. 2 or 3 weeks in, a deadline hits. BD stops completely. A month later, they try again. Stop, start, stop. The pipeline never gets traction because the effort is never consistent long enough to compound. Business development done in bursts doesn't build a pipeline, it builds a treadmill. The only way out is to treat BD not as a project you launch when you have time, but as a habit you maintain regardless. Small actions, realistic expectations, consistent execution. Here's how to do it. Step 1. Map your existing network. Most people dramatically underestimate how many warm relationships they already have. Your network isn't just current clients, it's former clients who remember you well, affiliates you've worked alongside, former colleagues, industry contacts, people who reached out and never heard back. Write it down, all of it. In reality, you probably have up to 40 to 80 people you know through business, but to be effective in BD, you only need 30 to 40 prospects, and most people already have those 40 to 80 business connections anyway. The barrier to re-engaging these people is a fraction of what it takes with a stranger. The quickest wins in your first 6 months will almost always come from within 2 degrees of someone you already know. Start here before you go anywhere else. Step 2. Find new targets through warm connections. Once you've mapped who you know, the next step is identifying who you want to know and finding the connection points. In high-ticket professional services, cold outreach has a ceiling. The market is small, the relationships are long, the decision makers are senior. What works is warm referrals, warm introductions, and warm connections. Look at your existing network and ask, who do these people know that you'd want to meet? And map them back to your existing network wherever possible. Even a second-degree connection is infinitely more useful than a cold name on a list. Step 3. 2 BD actions per week. This is where most people overcomplicate things. They want the perfect message, the perfect timing, the perfect reason to reach out. There is no perfect, there is only consistent. The standard is simple. 2 BD actions per week, 15 minutes of dedicated focus. That's it. A text to a former client checking in, a LinkedIn message to someone you haven't spoken to in 12 months, an introduction between 2 people in your network who should know each other, following up on a conversation that went quiet 4 weeks ago, sharing something useful, an article, an event, a referral. None of these take significant time. All of them move a relationship forward. 2 BD actions per week, done consistently over 6 months, is over 50 meaningful touch points. The goal of each action isn't to win work. The goal is to stay present, add value, and keep the relationship warm. Opportunities emerge from relationships that are maintained, not from relationships that only get attention when the pipeline is empty. Step 4. Relationship first. Always. This is the part that separates the professionals who build lasting pipelines from the ones who stay stuck on the treadmill. In high-ticket professional services, trust is the currency. Nobody hands over a contract to a firm they don't have confidence in. That confidence is built through repeated interactions, through showing up, demonstrating expertise, being genuinely interested in the other person's challenges. Reframe every interaction away from "what can I get?" toward "what can I offer?" While track record and reputation are very important, the most important thing to bring to a meeting is your personality, to build a relationship and trust. The most powerful BD statement you can make is not a pitch, it's a track record of being useful. That reputation is built slowly, interaction by interaction, and it compounds in ways that no single campaign ever can. Now for the honest part. The framework we've just walked you through is simple. Executing it consistently over 6 months is not. The moment a major project lands or a deadline moves, the BD actions are the first thing to fall away. No accountability, no system, no one noticing when you skip a week, then 2, then a month. This is why most BD initiatives fail. Not because the people aren't capable, because consistency, sustained over months, is genuinely hard without support. That's exactly the gap Leeds BD was built to close. Our facilitation program works with professionals one-on-one, fortnightly, to build and maintain the habits that compound over time. We provide the structure, the tracking, and the ongoing accountability that turns a good intention into a functioning pipeline. The process works. The question is whether you have the system in place to stick to it long enough to see the results. If you're ready to build that system, visit leadsbd.co.nz.